Hey y'all, this is Marley K. Hope everybody is well. Hope y'all enjoyed your Sabbath. Um, a lot of stuff is happening in the world, so we got to really pay attention. We're getting mixed signals from the adversary over the evil communications, and so we just got to pay attention and keep watch. It's a really challenging time, to say the least, but we're gonna get through it. We're gonna endure to the end. Just gotta watch everything. Um, and let no man deceive us. So earlier, we've been getting conflicting messages um, with the economy. Some people say it's good, some people say it's bad. Then we got this storm that's spinning all out of the way. It's not as bad as they're well, I'm not gonna say it's not as bad, because for the people experiencing it, it is bad. But it's just a really strange depression, not anything that's been, it's not unheard of. But I think the storm is distracting from this other story about the stock market. And we really have to pay attention to this story, because this is the story that could make the economy collapse. This could lead to the economic collapse. So it says trading platforms return after going down amid global stock turmoil. And this story comes from Quartz. Y'all know that's one of the ish publications, small hats. And it came out today, a couple of hours ago, updated recently. So Charles Schwab, Fidelity, Vanguard, and TD Ameritrade all appear to suffer from technical issues, or appear to be. Oh, it don't make no sense. Suffer from technical issues. Okay. So traders grappled with technical problems on several big online trading platforms on Monday morning as global stock markets entered into a rout. I don't know why everything is updating, y'all. Everything. My phone updated over the weekend. Now I have earthquake alerts. In the history of having a cell phone, I've never had an alert on my cell phone for earthquakes. And I was like, what the hell is going on? Something is going on. Everything is updated. My tablet updated this weekend. It's totally different brand, but it updated. Same message that was on my phone. Enjoy your new stuff. I didn't ask for new stuff. I don't even know where the update came from. It just automatically updated. Now my computer is updating today. It's telling me I got some new stuff. All these updates are going to lead to us losing our stuff. So it's really important that you back up your stuff on your devices. Get all your stuff out of the clouds, because you won't be able to access it. Make sure you write down your passwords, because when you get ready to log into stuff, if you're dependent on your computer, it may or may not give you that information. You may want to consider changing your passwords, although I don't really think it's going to help, because the insiders got access to everything. So it's just going to be a weird time. Technology is going to be the downfall of society, period. So, Charles Schwab, Fidelity, Vanguard, and TD Ameritrade all experienced issues on Monday amid the sell-off, according to Down Detector, an online service that tracks user-reported outages at major companies. TD Ameritrade is an online broker owned by Schwab. The problems appeared to begin at 9:30 a.m. The market opened. Down Detector shows Schwab and Fidelity were both up and running normally by midday. Several users on X complained about not being able to log into their accounts at all at Schwab, Fidelity, and Vanguard. In an alert posted to its website, Schwab said some clients may have difficulties logging into platforms due to a technical issue. Fidelity also acknowledged in an ex post that some customers were also having issues logging in. Global stock markets were in the grips of a quickly intensifying rout on Monday morning. It started with Japan's Nikkei 225 plunging 12%, its worst day since 1987 Black Monday crash. In the U.S., Dow Jones Industrial Average futures fell more than 1,000 points, and S&P 500 and NASDAQ 100 futures both dropped. So this is what we got to pay attention to, because this could be the cyber pandemic that Klaus Schwab was talking about. The downturn was spurred by Friday's weaker than expected U.S. jobs report. So everybody been lying about jobs. Jobs, good. Everything's good. But now everybody's telling the truth that jobs are not good. And nobody really has an explanation as to why. Nothing makes any sense. And like, I went to JCPenney's this weekend to get my grandkids some stuff for school. And the store checkout line was long. They only had 2 people working. There were plenty of people on the floor folding up clothes and doing stuff, but they've changed so much and streamlined so much that now, they have people doing more and fewer people doing the more. And we're all paying a price for it in numerous ways with our time. The stores, they don't have helpful employees anymore. People are just there for a paycheck like zombies. And the corporations are making money hand over fist because people are shopping online, so they're making money that way. And they're also, people are tolerant of the long lines. We're just continually having stuff dumped on us and nobody's pushing back. And so they're still making money. Shareholders are making more money because they're doing more with less. And so, they're saying, well, people don't want to work. That is true. People don't want to work. Young people don't want to work for sure, because they feel like, what's the point? We're working just to pay for stuff. We're not working to have money for extra stuff. So they're not enthusiastic about going into the workforce, unfortunately. And it's not going to get any better. So it says that saw employers add just 114,000 jobs in July. That's a small number of jobs for the entire United States. This fell far short of the 175,000 gain economists had projected, according to estimates compiled by FactSet. At the same time, unemployment ticked up to 4.3%, its highest in 3 years. The Bank of Japan also raised its benchmark interest rate, causing the value of the yen to rise. Stocks across industries were hit hard. Major tech stocks, including Nvidia, and Apple, plunged amid the chaos, and even electric vehicle stocks suffered from sell-off. The price of Bitcoin plummeted from $70,000 to $50,000 in just a week, and declined by more than 15% in the last 24 hours alone. So that's the end of the story, but I just want to share with you that something is going on with the stock market. It could be an indicator of what is to come. So I don't know if this is something that we should pay attention to, or something that is a distraction. Anytime anything has to deal with money, currency, I'm paying attention to it, because I'm expecting the economy to collapse. Not knowing when, not knowing how it's going to happen. I just know something is going to trigger all of it. So we'll see if this stuff corrects. If it does, cool. If it doesn't, and then we should be, a little wary and a little more moving a little more expeditiously to wrap up our preparedness, because it just seems like a lot of things are happening. I see the Rona is kicking back up, along with a couple of other things that's happening. We got the storm, we got sports season getting ready to start back up. Good distraction for the bread and circus show. Um, we have politics that have gone gutter. They're always gutter, but they're going gutter. Anytime black people in it, it's gutter. So we got gutter fodder in politics, and that's a distraction. Um, just so much stuff is going on. I can't hardly keep up with it. Then we still got the global agenda happening as we speak. A lot of things going on with migrants, and unfortunately, in my area, I am seeing migrants align with white people trying to align with them, excluding black people. And I have a specific incident, like my son was telling me this morning. There were some white people that lived in front of him renting a mobile home, and they moved out. And so the person that is fixing up the mobile home, he doesn't know if that person owns the home or is moving into the home. But next door to my son, there's a huge Hispanic family, and apparently they take in people who have been relocated to this area. They take them in, they feed them, they do all these things, and I don't know if they give them jobs or disperse them out. Whatever they do that. Their house is some type of headquarters for that type of activity. And so these are upstanding, connected Hispanics, and they help other Hispanics from wherever they are from. I don't know if they're from Guatemala or Honduras, but they help their people. And so they've set up their backyard to be like a little mini farm. They just do all sorts of things. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. The point is, the guy that was across the street fixing up on the mobile home extended. Now, he has not extended any courtesy, hasn't spoken anything to my son, but he made an effort to go across the street to the next door neighbors and to form an alliance with the Hispanic people. And so he told them that, I guess the Hispanic people were asking about renting a mobile home, of course, because they want to have another place to put their people. And the guy was like, a white guy was like, well, I can't do that, but I'll trade you. You can have that one and I'll take yours, or something to that extent. So they were over there laughing, but the Hispanic people were like traumatized because they don't trust people like we don't, but they're the chosen people of the hour to replace us. So white people are cozying up to the Confederacy and excluding black people. So my son was just paying attention, and he was like, "Oh wow, the guy never said anything to me. I lived directly in front of him." He said, "But I just noticed that they're making their strategic alliances and paid attention to, and what hits the fan. Black people are going to be isolated. We're not going to have any support. Everybody that's in our community is going to be against us. And people that we live next to that we think are going to be our friends, unless they are cool, they know who we are, and they're cleaving to us, they're going to be an adversary." And so it's really important that everybody pays attention to their surroundings, know the people who you are living around, look at how people are moving and operating. If you see people withdrawing and forming alliances, you can take note of that, because those are the people that are going to be trouble for you when things get rough. Like in that movie Leave the World Behind, that black guy had the white guy coming over and doing work for him, but as soon as the switch flipped and things went haywire, that guy was like, "I don't know you. What you want? Get off my property. Yeah, I'm gonna shoot you. Don't come on my porch. Oh, I'm sorry about your problems. Get on away from here. And I was like, you got money? Yeah. And once he gave him the money, then they could communicate. But he wasn't taking any chances on dealing with even people that he knew. It's going to be that same way for black people. Notice how quickly that man aimed his gun at the black guy, even though he was with a white guy. But, and the black guy was wealthy. The black guy had that guy come onto his property and work as a, you know, um, a landscaper or do a handyman or something. But when things got down and out and the system fell, that guy was like, I don't care if I know you ain't my friend. That's the takeaway from this whole thing. And then the movie, in the movie it told you don't trust white people. I'm sure people are gonna be like, oh, you contributing to the race war. But we have a history of being mistreated by those people from the dominant society. And so it's going to be really difficult to be like, oh yeah, these are good people, these are not good people. How will we know? We won't know. And if you take a chance trying to find out when things get bad, those people might be the ones to take you out. And even if they're good and you have an alliance, those people have a history of turning on us more times than we can shake a stick at. So, in any event, if this stuff is getting ready to go down, like I said, the closer we get to September, it's September surprise. That's what they love to say. So I feel like we're in preparation for September surprise. We need to be ready. You need to get your money out of the banks. Only keep in there what you need. You need to use your money for things that are tangible that you can keep on you all the time. But if you got a little bit of extra money, buy your kids and grandkids some bigger clothes, because clothes are going to be scarce. Um, Eyeglasses, get your eye exams, buy extra eyeglasses. There's a place online called Zenni.com. You can go get you a prescription and then order your glasses online, and the glasses online are a whole lot cheaper than buying them from these rip-off places in America. And those glasses may need to come from someplace, i.e. China or the West Coast, but they're cheap. And I'm just saying, right now it's about saving money. And it may take you 2 weeks to get your glasses. So if you need to get, an eye exam so you can have extra pairs of glasses, do that. If you need, you have stuff for your, dental hygiene, if you have dentures, if you have partials, get those things taken care of. Health is going to be wealth when things go awry. Have things that you can barter with. There are going to be things that people want to have, and they're going to want to trade, and they need to trade, something that they want to, you want something that you're going to need. So have things for people who want to trade stuff. People are going to want to smoke and drink, that's for sure. So it doesn't hurt to have, those types of things, as you may be able to get something really valuable for somebody who's looking for escapism. Um, so much. I can't. Food and water gonna be essential. Things to entertain yourself once the power goes out, once the internet goes down. There's no TV, because there are going to be days where you are not going to be able to access anything. Have yourself of alternative methods for um, have communications. Consider shortwave radio, handheld radios, hand crank radios, so that you know what's going on. A lot of people are not going to know what's going on because they don't have anything except for digital stuff. That digital stuff doesn't work. So you might want to go back to your old timey stuff. Get you a watch that got a battery in it and that has hands that you can actually look, tell the time. You may want to get same thing with a clock, or an old clock that you can put a battery in. You may want to, and they're really hard to find, so you may have to order that stuff off of the internet. Well, do it now while the internet is still working. Put your orders in. These people are not playing with us. So we only have a finite amount of time before all these calamities hit at one time or back to back to back to back before everything falls. And we're going to be so miserable because we did not prepare properly. But the Most High has given us watchmen and seers and priests and elders and teachers to tell us things are coming and you need to put away stuff. I don't know how else to tell you, but we ain't got much time. You definitely need to be preparing for a sickness. It's coming. And you need to be looking at how people behaved the first time when the bad happened 3 years ago. Don't forget how people behaved, even people in your family, how people pushed stuff and told you couldn't come over. Forget that, because they're going to be doing it again, but this time it's going to be a whole lot worse. So I just really hope y'all are paying attention to what's going on in the world, making the best of your time, making good use of your money, not playing around. Now, I'm not saying you got to focus on this stuff all day, every day, and not, try to enjoy some moments before the bad stuff happens. But I really need you to have a state of mind that is preparing you for hard times, for discomfort, for strife, especially amongst the Israelite community, because our people are not prepared. I can tell you, they ain't fasting, they're not praying, they're not cutting back, they're not doing nothing. They're like, nothing's going on. And even if they do think something is going on, their minds cannot process how bad things are going to get. So you're going to have to be prepared to fight with your own people, even people in your family, even people in your house. People in your house going to want to help people that you don't want to help. And so you're going to have to gird your loins, especially you men folk. You with discernment, you who are led by the Spirit, you're going to have to fight with your spouse because she going to want to help her people. You're going to have to fight with your children because your children going to want to help their little boyfriend or girlfriend or their little friends. You're going to have to fight with your neighbors. You're going to have to fight with extended family members, especially those who like to rely on you. They feel like you always got everything together. You rich. Those people coming for you. If you're smart, if you're a thinker, if you are a MacGyver type of person, I don't know if y'all remember that old show MacGyver. I might be telling my age. But if you're that person who can figure out a way out of no way, people are going to be looking for you. And you're not going to want to be bothered at that time. Most importantly, when things get bad, people are going to be outside robbing and stealing and killing. You are going to want to be in your house. You're not going to want to be outside mobbing with the mob. Now, in the beginning, you might want to be outside looking like, oh, what's going on? You don't want to be invisible because people will be like, hey, everybody been out looking and ask questions except for that one. They must got stuff in their house. What's going on? Let's go over there and see what's happening. Don't be those people. Okay? Make sure you get outside too. You might have to look and act like a criminal or a person who don't have their stuff together for 5 minutes and come back in the house with something. But you definitely don't want to be out. I can tell you that. These people are crazy now and unprepared. So you think they're going to be prepared when things get real bad? Nope, they're not. So that's all I got. Just pay attention to what's going on with the stock market because those are the money changers. And the money changers got to change the money. Got to go from the dollar to the digital dollar. Digital currency is on the way, but before it comes, got to have chaos, crash, then new currency. That's the plan. All right, y'all, this is Marla K. Love y'all, and I'm out.